Hello everyone, welcome to INFM498 Capstone for Informatics class. In this short video, in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to go through the syllabus, things we're not meeting this week. I guess the announcement was out very late. Anyway, I'm going to go through this. I want you guys to review this video to see if you get any question, please email back to me. And I did put another announcement about our individual meetings. We were planning to have a 30 minutes individual meeting for each of you. I'm available on next Tuesday and this Friday evening for 30 minutes. You can see the announcement. Choose one time slot and send me an email, and we'll meet online to talk about particular your project. So the capstone is the very last class for this informatics journal, Bachelor of Science in Informatics at our programs at Mercer University. So you should feel very proud if you get here already. In this class, we're going to have 8 weeks long, and we're going to done by 8 weeks. December 7th is the last class, having a full report and implementation of either application you developed or a proposal solution you have for your proposal questions. So I'll be your instructor this time. For sure, this is my information. You all took my class, so I'm going to skip that part. We'll jump into the meat part. But important days is a class start yesterday, and the withdrawal day. If you feel like you cannot pass class or couldn't finish, and you probably need to let me know by November 28th. So that's the deadline for withdrawal. You're going to get a W. Those are just you all know about the taking online class, and especially this online class will be always meet on the WebEx each week. Sometimes I hold individual meetings. We're going to meet on the first week and second week, and then we're going to meet on give you 2 weeks to develop doing the development part, and then we're going to meet again. So total we're going to meet around 6 times. There is 2 weeks, so we're going to skip, but if you get any question, you should let me know. And the course description really is kind of vague. It's really where we are going to execute the research proposal developed in the INFM498, or if you already have the idea, start from 372, which for example Michael actually going to get the Mullins families reunion. That idea came from 372 class. So then he did a research proposal on 405. Now he's really going to conduct the application. So that's why I put there like 370. So no matter which course you've been through and you get the idea. So you have to have a research proposal already submitted. I assume everybody already have the research method class. And some of the final report I reviewed is not final yet, so it's not really get ready to move forward. So that's why I want to meet you as soon as possible, so we can discuss what we need to do to get you really ready for this class. Some reference book here. It's all the books we've been used for other classes, so that's all, either for health informatics, general informatics, or HCI track. And hardware, software, you're going to need the virtual desktop again to access to our Linux server. We're going to use the Linux server is informatics.mercer.edu. I do have some document to show you how to log in. Your username password is all same as your virtual desktop, I assume. Peter should already send you an email with those information. You're also going to need eye tracking system for the usability studies later on. So that's some hardware I will provide. And for software, you can use any of those we used before, or even something we never use for data analysis. If you want to use that, that is fine. So if you need some special software you need to install on the server, then let me know and let Peter know so we can work with you on those. So you are not limited to any of those source or resource anymore. So we want add outcomes from the capstone. Okay, so there is different ways during we are teaching in 322, 212, and 332. So we've been limited to some particular package or software, and in some courses I don't want you to use application software, application package tools. I want you hard coding, so that's all purpose. But now we're getting to the capstone, so we can use all available tools or resource and to build our best outcome. So that's the goal. And Peter's email is here if you got trouble with the login information. Of course, we're going to meet with a WebEx link. I'm not going to change that. So, so this date should be today. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to jump into all the detail of this. How am I going to grade this final report? Okay, the first part is project management and professional communication. The rubric here is if it's excellent, which you got full point, you may obtain full point by setting up a proposal with a clear step for the goal of completing the project through always submit projects on time and through communication with the instructor or client user professional as needed. So you just excellent on all the communication, all the project management part. So average 35 point, I'm not going to read all those details. Poor 0, that means you're not really communicate very well at all. So I really hope everybody get that 50 point. At this point, you're going to step out of the classroom, going to be in the job place, and you really need to show your professionalism to work there, right? So that's something we need to train in this class to get you ready. And the final report need to be APA format, and grammar, all those will be 50 point. The total would be 1,000 points. So and there's two options. One is toward to system development. One is toward more to the research project. So system development, for example, Michael Roger, he has one for developing application, online application for Mulan renewing family reunion website. So that will be very clear, like the proposal he already submitted, and then you have plans, which each week what are you going to do? You're going to analysis the stakeholder, users, and task analysis. Then you got some of those already done by the group in 372. Those can be carried over, and then you can do your version on top of that result. Okay. So if you develop a standalone system, not web, then you use the system specification. This part is only for, if you do a standalone application. If you do a web-based or mobile-based application, so I think you will follow this part. So the very first week, I want everybody get a landing page up, published in the informatics.munster.edu, which is Linux server, and is case sensitive. Make sure I'll try to recommend everything in lowercase so you don't get confused. Later on, when you starting to build your database there, and try to use also lowercase, so when you pull data, you don't get uppercase and lowercase all confused together. And the second step, most of them kind of are due like weekly, but the very first one, because we already have many of those done, proposal, planning, user task analysis, all of those are done. So I make it due early so you can get a little bit more times work on the development side. So Michael or Central is here, and so then you need to finish that part as early as this weekend. Okay, this week Sunday. So Central, just quickly, I think most of us didn't get the message. So you're the only one get the message. I'm capture a review for the syllabus, so I'm going to put that online, and everybody can review that. So that's the first part of this tonight class. You can hear me? Okay, I'm not sure if she can hear me, but so that's the first part. First week, I want everything we are already done and make it documented and publish on the Linux server. So that's for this week, okay? And by the Sunday, I want everything published. So next week we can talk about what you have, what you don't have. So for the development, like Michael's one, then you need to have user interface, storyboard, a function, what function is needed, scenario, database design, done by next week. Okay, this may be a little bit too soon, but maybe next weekend, maybe a little bit adjustment that. And then once you're done with this and review with me and prove, and then you can start the development. And so I give you about 2-3 weeks to do the project development, and by the mid of November you should get that done. Okay, and then the system testing will take a little time, and usability study will come as a big part. You should have many of the questionnaire already finished in the research course, and then the last part would be analysis of data, and the second version with the data. Then you're going to have the second. Okay, well, second version of the system release. So, and then finish all the document, the help document, all the file structures and the database document, and also prepare abstract for the Atlanta Research Conference. That's one of the requirements for this capstone class is 50 point, and we're going to publish in the next year's spring's Atlanta Research Conference. And the final report will be due by the 7th, the very last week. So that is the first options of more focus on the system development. The second option is more talking about a research project, but it still have the proposed, for example, like Central or Taiji both have idea of doing a lot of research about what's the problem is, right? And what caused the user were not satisfied with the communication with the physicians, and physicians have less time to do that. So, and then she will propose some solutions. Then she will do a prototype. She may not totally finish the implementation part, but she will do the prototypes and do as much as implementation part. So the research part would be in the front of the solution, but the development, the system development, instead of the research part in front, you're going to do more the later part about the usability study. You know what I mean? So that's a different of both different track. So that's the point distribution, and of course, again, this is also project planning. Well, this is not due by today, okay, tomorrow, so it's due by 22nd, and creating landing page. So it's almost exact same thing, and you're going to writing the background objectives by 26, and research design. You have many of those already done, so you just need to go ahead to study conduct your research and get a solution, get the result, and then propose solution, and starting to design the wireframe and prototype for your solution. And then if you can finish some of the page, some of the function will be great, and by the end of the course. Okay, so this is very similar to 4 or 5. Central, can you hear me? So the important thing is I'm recording this session, that's why I'm flying. So I'm going to talk with you in a second, okay, about what is going on. So this is going to be a project-oriented class, and all the courses work will be done, grade at the end. Everything need to be done through the landing page. So only things can show link correctly in the landing page, I will grade. And other things hiding in the server, I wouldn't be able to dig it out. So make sure you know that. And the grading system is very similar to other courses you took with me. And this is a schedule. Okay, we are what are we going to be meeting about, and which week, and all the details of each items. So that's actually pretty much about the syllabus. So at the end, of course, please finish the evaluation. And if you guys have any question about the syllabus, I'm going to put this online so you can contact me. All right.